We're Trash Executioner, presented by Break a Leg Entertainment, coming to you live from in my garage, here in Jersey City, New Jersey. This is a song from our upcoming album, tentatively titled Passive Schizoid Paranoia. And this says, introduce this one form, Nitrous.
Oh, this is the Creatures of the Wheel anthem. This is actually a cover song from my other band. 1, 2, 3, 4. They play music and ride skateboards. They play music and ride skateboards. Midnight ride down a paved hillside. Cars are passing on the left-hand side. They play music and ride skateboards. They play music and ride skateboards. We're 12 years old now. That was 2 years ago. Our 10-year anniversary show is coming on 2 years. And you know what? I understand. Last year feels like a throwaway, like it wasn't really a year, but that's because it was the summer and we were allowed to have shows. That was 2019.
Yeah. So in 2009, we're playing at 143 Columbus. Kosan introduced us as Trash Executioner, but we'd been going by the name Thrash Executioner. But you know what? It was fortuitous because we ended up rolling with that name. Nobody batted an eyelash, and here we are today.
Well, that's because that was our introductory show. So when we got introduced to the crowd as Trash Executioner, then all of a sudden everyone in Jersey City is like, "Oh, you're Trash Executioner." We're like, do we like try and correct that or just roll with it? So we just rolled with it. We were like, all right, thrash, trash, whatever.
We owe you one.
Yeah.
Columbus, man. Shout out to Lex.
Waterbug Hotel, good times.
Yeah, that was before they turned it into JC Studios when it was the open space. And lead singer of my previous band, Bipolar J, used to live in that space when it was Toy Eater's studio. When it was all open like that, like the way it was when we jammed there in 2009.
Yeah, I mean, we met some really important people to our sound, at 143, from, Just Putt to P-Tut, and those guys, instrumental Sarge, and, guesting at different shows and contributing verses. And
that's where me and you met the first time.
That's right, at 143.
Sarge invited me, he was hosting it, and I met you there.
Right.
And you invited me to host the next one.
That's right. That's
That's
right. Because
right.
I knew
You were actually hosting the open mics.
I was. And I saw how many people you brought with you when you came. And I knew that it could only be good for the event to have you hosting, and telling people about it, helping promote. So that worked out really well. And then you ended up getting me a job at ShopRite, which was clutch because I wasn't working at the time. I was on the dole. So that was a win-win for everybody.
Yeah, that was good. And I remember, that's when Ray Rolón was letting us rehearse in the basement of the Keyhole for free. So we were down there. We got good fast and came up with a lot of material quickly in 2009. It's like someone said, wow, like it was happened so fast with Joe Alone and everything that happened there. And as I realized, it's like, wow, we were playing like minimum twice a week in that basement, at least, plus shows on top of that. Like we were playing a lot.
Yeah, there wasn't much to do because, it was the middle of financial crisis. Nobody had a job. Nobody was doing anything really. It was kind of like the lockdown, except 12 years earlier.
Well, yeah, and everything was still open, just no one had work.
Right. So that was a fascinating time in the history of the band. So and in general. But so what are we gonna do now? Watch live performance.
We're gonna play this live performance featuring Don T.
All right. That's a good one.
This is from our 10 Years of Trash 10th anniversary show at Headroom in May of 2019. Yeah. And this is, no, I'm sorry. This is from Porta.
Oh, this is from Porta Lounge.
This
is from Porta
2018,
Lounge in 2018. Yeah.
While we were mixing our last album, In Vain, Dantique had already recorded, I think, the vocals for Hashish Dream at this point, and this is a live version of the song that appears on In Vain.
Hoping it keeps them floating. Can't look the world for life without groping.
second album, In Vain. That performance was filmed at Porta in Jersey City, New Jersey, not Asbury Park, Jersey City location. And from the same album, In Vain, we're going to do a song right now called Perhaps I Really Should.
All right, let's play it.
Nights in the town become so dangerous, so ridiculous how everybody's acting so promiscuous. I just ordered another round and I'm feeling so delirious. Shots of Jägermeister till my mind's a mess. Several dark loggers and getting stout. Does anyone know what I'm screaming about? Dark nights, give me another LA woman. Yeah, stumbling around Los Angeles. Are you a lucky lady or just another lost angel at night? See, at night you're crazy. Did you tell me I wouldn't seem to be amazed in all this Hollywood Hills action? Are you a shady lady after hours? Cocktails, baby.
And perhaps I really should consider sobering up. And perhaps I really should consider sobering up.
It'll get you down, play it all around the town. Kicking on ground, passing whiskey around. We go, we go. The vodka's down, and these late night conversations happen so. Then ain't been said down. Alright, what? I'll calm on down just to clear my head, but reality strikes. I'm faded once again. Give me a Heineken, give me a bourbon or two. The bottle was dusty, but the liquor keeps on pouring on through. Yeah. I'm freeing my soul, free my soul. Won't be moving around.
And perhaps I really should consider sobering up. And perhaps I really should consider sobering up.
Yeah, that was Perhaps I Really Should from In Vain, a song co-written by Sean Holzen, a buddy of mine, and yeah, so it's been a wild night. We got some storms.
Oh yeah, yeah. We got some thunderstorms. Which is weird because the tropical storm rolled through this morning and then rolled out, and then it's like, oh, but here's some just regular old summer thunderstorms rolling through afterwards. And you know,
here.
we're here in the garage. Break a leg, ENT.
It's kind of like a beta test for In My Garage. You know, Kosan did have Bookham on the very first In My Garage. I don't know when was that, a couple weeks ago, and apparently it went really well. So definitely check Break a Leg Ent YouTube for the Bookham edition of In My Garage, and we're doing it
This is the
tonight.
first half with the videos and the dialogue, you know what I mean? So
Oh wow, great,
it's like the
great.
first official.
Oh wow, nice, nice. That was a little.
So, you know, Break a Leg Ent, your one stop for all things hip hop, including us, Trash Executioner.
Well, just culture, man.
Just culture, it's urban culture.
Art and music, man. You know what I mean? That's
Yeah.
entrepreneurship.
Yep, true
That's
that.
how we gonna do it. We're gonna play this video that I actually shot for you guys.
Oh, nice, nice. This
No,
Danilo Puro.
Shout out to Portal. You know, we shot it there on the rooftop.
No, this I think was shot at
That was a
Ashford.
cool, fun night, man.
Yeah, this was we shot this video in 2018. After no 2019 we shot this video
2019.
about a year after In Vain came out, and Kosan shot the video for us, as he mentioned, on the rooftop of Ashford in
Yes.
Jersey City.
And I don't recommend going there, but we went in and decided we want to do it guerrilla style, no permission, just whip out a little camera and do it, and we got away with it. And you'll see some people in the video, watch the girls at the bar turning their heads away like, they're filming.
Yeah, there's lots of cameos of people that we have no idea who they are, but they're in the video now.
They're all our extras.
Yeah, they're all extras. I'm sure they're thrilled.
Amazing cinematography
Yeah.
And acting. Check out Nitrous in the very first scene.
Yeah, I was trying to think of I was trying to channel. I'm so lucky my parents co-signed so I can live in a cool high-rise in downtown Jersey City because this town is so cool. And I remember when I first got here and people were like, what the hell? What are you living there for? Why would you ever live there? Yeah, and then at some point, it changed, and all of a sudden
it changed
tidal
because
wave.
we lived in Jersey City. When I
It was
say
you
we, I'm talking about Brave
specifically.
Leg Ant, I'm talking about Trash Executioner, the Water Bug.
Yeah, the water bug.
Jersey City,
all
the
that.
destination it is, and it turned into one very quickly. So without further ado, let's show this video that we're
All
hyping
right. Spanish
up.
language.
I think it was our best work together, co-directing and filming together, man.
In our last work, so we got nowhere to go but up.
Yeah.
This is Dame Lo Purro.
Yo me comprometo con una mujer que no amo. Yo tengo un trabajo que no me interesa. Todo porque la noche puedo cegar y cambiar. Me voy a levantar mañana por hacer todo otra vez. Dame lo puro. Prefiero morir antes de coger un amor. Roba mi alma. No necesito cuando estoy en nota. Yo camino de noche y nadie me molesta. Yo tengo dinero y vacío pero mi corazón. Mi ángel Gareján me llega a mi casa. Cada rodeo ahora cuando llego a hogar. Dame lo puro. Prefiero morir antes de coger un amor. Roba mi alma. No necesito cuando estoy en nota. Yo me comprometo con una mujer que no amo. Yo tengo un trabajo que no me interesa. Todo porque la noche puedo cegar y cambiar. Me voy a levantar mañana por hacer todo otra vez. Dame lo puro. Prefiero morir.
Oh, totally. Shot by Kosan, directed by Skater, yours truly, and starring Nitrous Rockside.
Thank you. Yeah. And Ben, just in Spanish, you don't got to roll your R when it's only one. It's puro.
Okay, cool.
Puro is
Dámelo
two
puro.
two R's. Yeah, just I know you know Spanish really well. Just sometimes like you didn't even know some of the right pronunciations, and you were like, I was like, oh, is your teacher a native speaker? You're like, yeah. I'm like, oh, he's just like, oh, he's got an American accent. Don't worry about it. Never bothered to tell you.
Well, rolling the R's is a lot of fun, so I'll try to kick
No,
that
no, no, no.
habit.
Do that when they're double.
Okay.
Perro,
Well, there's two songs you did in
but
Spanish that you killed, bro. This one is
perro.
Bolero
Oh, Bolero
Ferrer.
Ferrer is from our first album, Bloodbath. It's yeah, and Ben is interesting. Ben is the one who insisted on having a Spanish language songs, which is really cool. I guess maybe I'm a little self conscious because I'm really Latin, so I don't want to do my horrible broken Spanish, but you're not afraid, so you just go for it. And it's
No,
great.
I'm not afraid to go.
I love
for
it. I love it. I love that we have Spanish language
He
songs.
likes to get to the ladies, that's why.
Yeah, you know what? Have we written one for the new album? We have one on all our last albums. We should really write a Spanish language song for Passive Schizoid
Yeah.
Paranoia if we haven't yet.
Well, that's a great idea. Hopefully, we will. We're gonna do Bolero Ferrer from our first album right now,
Oh, you gonna
Bloodbath.
do it?
Bolero
Yeah, we're
Ferrer.
gonna do it right now, and yeah, let's do it. Contigo. Arrepentido, prevariando, solo la nieve, no me duele, antes de sin abogado. El otro lado, la García, debajo, y la gente debajo. Por estación rato, me aprendí, y los perros rompieron, me bajé. Me fluyeron, me bajé, fluyeron mis derechos antes de correr a pensarlo. Dios, ayúdame. Si un hombre tras las rejas se puede sentir feliz cuando se libera. Los golpes de la vida me han convertido en un tigre peligroso. Me rodeo en la jungla, huyendo de bares, acosando y matando presas. No me preguntes más, Dios, escúchame. That was Bolero Ferrer from Bloodbath. ladies and gentlemen. And I don't know, should we do some Q&A, Kosan? What do you think?
So tell everybody, I asked the rappers, where's the first time that you ever wrote a song, a place, and what did you write it in? Did you write it in a notebook? Did you write it on a napkin? Did you write it on whatever? It could be anything. You know what I mean? So the place you wrote it, and what did you write it in?
I can't really remember. I guess being a little kid in my house, I don't think I wrote it down on anything. I just kind of made it up. And I remember one of the first bands I was in was with my big brothers, and it only was one night. We were kind of messing around, but we decided to start a hardcore band called the Aborted Fetuses. And I didn't know what that was. And they're like, oh, that's like when a woman's pregnant, her unborn baby's a fetus. So it's the aborted fetuses. I was like, oh, okay. So I don't know. I was in elementary school, like what, like third grade or something. I don't remember. We wrote it down, and my job was just to scream. So my one brother didn't really know how to play guitar, but my other brother had a guitar. So he just took the pick and rubbed it down the strings. So it was like, he's like, I went to school and my principal said, and that was my cue. And we had all these situations, and he's like, I said, and I go, and his friend was playing drums and stuff. So I definitely remember that being fun in my house, but I don't think we actually officially gave that song a title or wrote it down on anything.
That's better than most people's probably first song, having drums and bass
And then definitely,
vocalists.
and then definitely a different one we definitely didn't write down because we never would have wanted our parents to get a hold of it because we were too young to have actually like smoked doob yet. Because we were in middle school, we're like sixth graders or something, or maybe seventh grade or something like that, and we like couldn't get our hands on it. But we idolized rock stars, so we were like in my friend's basement, and we're like smoke a doobie doob, smoke a doobie doob, and none of us had ever like smoked doob before, but we definitely wouldn't have written that one down either because we wouldn't want our parents to find it.
That one could still be a hit.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. Timeless classic. Smoke a doob. Smoke a doobie doob.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
That was in middle school, so I was a little bit older when we did that. And then my first kind of a little more serious thing was in 8th grade. I guess I had a band called Tiger Lily with my friends, and
Tiger Lily. I think I was in
Tiger
8th grade
Lily
when I wrote down my first song, and I might have been a freshman in high school, but it was somewhere around there. And I just wrote them on one of those college ruled sheets of paper, and wrote the verses, the chorus, and we performed that as Viscid with Chris Cobb and Justin Fitzgerald, and played it at I think junior high dance or something. It was a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
What did you write it on?
College rule.
Oh, college rule?
Notebook paper.
In class?
No, at home in my living room.
You don't want his mom to hear that he was writing.
They were very rebellious.
Paying attention to class.
Very, very angsty lyrics. Yes, indeed.
Dope, man. Dope. So let me reissue that question, right? Let's reissue that question since we're playing instruments. So, what was the first instrument you picked up and played?
Well, for me, it was definitely the violin.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. Other than like I guess like Toys R Us. Well, we did have a little 3/4 guitar when I was a little kid, but the first one I think I got tried in band in like 3rd grade was like trumpet, but it was hard, and the band teacher was like real strict, and I was just like, "F this, man," And then when I was in middle school, my big brother's a musician. He's a professional musician now, and he's got a master's degree in jazz from William Patterson. So he's the real like hardcore musician in the family who's like knows all the super advanced theory. Like I know basic theory, and I feel like I'm under his level, but then a lot of rockers are like, oh wow, like a lot of theory because I know basic stuff, but like he's way up there. And he was the one who actually he's like, what, you and the bass are gonna like get along really well, and he was extremely correct. I love really rocking at the bass. Yeah, he. I can't see you as a horn player. Yeah, yeah, right. That was I was a little older. I think it was a little older.
Horn players in particular, they have a certain personality, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. I got in the band in 3rd grade. I was like, nah, I don't think trumpet's for me, man. And then, like I said, though, I think it was my older brothers when we were little kids. It was a 3/4 size guitar, so we could play it as like kids. I remember messing around on that a little bit. And then
And I was talking to Ben, you know, you guys never really done interviews like that. So that's why we wanted to have this little dialogue so people can connect with you guys on a personal level.
yeah,
And so
yeah.
this is like the first interview you guys ever done, really. You know what I mean?
It is.
Oh,
Like with
yeah.
Trash. You know?
Oh, I mean, I think so.
I think actually we did one in front of
We did-
Keyhole one time with or no, in front of Downtown Yogurt with Nadia. She interviewed us after we played what is uh who was Uda Browser? She did
the artist market. Yeah, Uda
Artist
Brothers, the
market,
artist
the-
market
the
at
Grove
at
Street
the
Artist
Grove
Market.
Street Artist Market.
She
yeah.
did interview us very briefly after a performance there in like
And-
2010.
We were also on the Friggin' Fabulous podcast.
Oh, that's right.
So Nick Chavada has booked us and been a good friend of our band, and he had us on his podcast before.
Yeah, that's true. Big shout out to Nick for always helping us out and helping us promote the group and sound wise and whatnot. So
Shout out to Nick Chabada, man. He's always providing a platform for artists and stuff, man. You know, he opened doors for us.
Yeah, open mics and everything. He took over the open mics after the Waterbug mics were shut down. He kept it going. I think he still has it going, right? Well, yeah, but I think he still has one on the Heights, right? Is he still doing it? Corkscrew,
Yeah,
maybe?
at,
It's Corkscrew now, I think. I think, right?
yeah,
I think I'm not sure, but I think that was before COVID. Definitely, he was doing that. I don't know what's going on. Oh, he did. Wow. Okay.
should we watch another live performance?
Want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Let's
Show that 10-year joint, man.
yeah, this is a video captured by Nick Ciavata, coincidentally, at the 10 years of Trash anniversary show at Headroom in May of 2019. It was a fantastic night, largely because we were able to incorporate so many friends into the show who'd played with us over the years, who'd helped us write songs.
Oh yeah.
From the aforementioned Dantique to Patricia,
Kevin.
to Ted Sondergaard, to Kevin
Mhm.
DeMarco, to Jay Russo.
Yeah.
We had just a slew of special guests that night. And this is actually, I believe, an excerpt from Perhaps I Really Should, a song we played a little earlier in the evening from In Vain, our most recent album. And then I believe part of Bolero Ferrer too, if I'm not mistaken. So what was your favorite moment from that night, Roger, from the 10 years of Trash?
Oh, I don't know. So hard. It was a really great show. You know what I mean?
I loved when we
One of
were
my
doing-
favorite parts is that we didn't have an opener. We gave a real set for like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We gave like a real set, which we'd never done before. We were always getting 45-minute set times at clubs and stuff, which I understand. You got to get all the different bands in and hopefully bring crowds and pack the place from different bands. So you get hour 15 minutes set up and 45-minute set time, and so being no rush, just whenever we wanted. When we were ready to go, we started and we played for a full hour and a half. That was great,
That was great. It was great having that kind of freedom. And I also really enjoyed Josh, Dylan, and Vadim, doing their
absolutely.
impromptu chants during our songs, like
The
Creatures of the
Wheel.
Wheel.
Yeah,
and
the
during
go.
Dama Loputo.
They were just doing
They
that.
were added so much, and they were so spontaneous. We didn't plan that at all. And when you listen to those songs in the on YouTube from that night, you can hear the energy in the crowd, and it was really fun.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, that was a great show. I remember we promoted for a long time and hard, and we actually got a great turnout, which is always it's always good to know that people support you and into you, and definitely like Josh, I mean, just impromptu ad lib chants to our music was great.
Playing shows is what it's all about, people. You got to get out there and play shows because you'll make more money playing shows in the long run, and it's really the best way to market your music. So
I know it's been
anyways,
rough lately though, and the
Say that again-
country's
Say that again for all the hip hop cats, man. They
Yeah.
need to hear that again.
get out there, work on your stage presence, work on your ability to interact with the crowd, your ability to be extemporaneous, and that will go such a long way in marketing your catalog. And in addition, it brings much bigger paydays this day and age.
Yo, your show has to be together, man. These guys are real performers. You know, Ben comes, he comes dressed apart, man. He comes ready to go with the show face on, bro. You know, everybody knows Ben. When he comes, he's gonna come dressed funky for the show, and he's gonna come and put on a great show. And that's why a lot of people love y'all, because you guys always put on a great show. And that's important when you're an artist. If that is selling your brand. When people come to a show and they see you perform live, that makes them even more interested in you if your live performance is amazing. You know, if somebody heard your music online and then they go watch you perform live and you suck, you just lost a fan. You know what I mean? So, yo, make sure your live stage show is right, man. For real. These guys are real professionals. Seriously. Shout out to Trash X.
Thank you, Kosan. Kosan,
Thank you, Kosan. I say, I know there's a lot of different routes now, especially for younger people through social media and SoundCloud rappers and all these different kinds of platforms and stuff. But I do think that he's right. The live performance is so much a different energy when you're in a room with the artist, and even if you're in an arena, like when I was watching Soundgarden, and maybe not all the way in the back, but I waited 3 hours so I could be all the way up front, and just being in the presence of the band is like such an overwhelming feeling. That I love their albums, but you just don't get that feeling when you're not right there face to face in person with the artist. And it's important, like Hosan's saying, because that's when they feel that energy, you're gonna gain fans. And
let's give them a glimpse of that, man. Let's play this clip.
Yeah, this is perhaps I really should. Yep.
Oh yeah, thanks to Howard.
Always making moves, and he's curated a wonderful performing arts space for Jersey City, from cabaret to rock to hip hop to Smith and Wesson, and just incredible groups have performed at Headroom.
Let's go. Trash Execution, 10 years, man.
Bloodbath, live from Headroom at the 10 Years of Trash. in May 2019. You know, we were just talking about how long it's been since we played a show, and it has been a while. The last show we played was January 30th of 2020 in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Yeah,
It was at
Fishtown.
Kung Fu Necktie. Yeah, we were in what area town were we in?
Fishtown.
Fishtown in
Yeah,
Philly.
Kung Fu Necktie. That's right. I don't know. I wonder if it survived COVID. You're checking all the clubs. I don't know.
I hope so. You know, I don't think there's as much pressure on those clubs in Philly as there is in Manhattan. But I'll tell you, we had such a fun show. Do you remember who did we play with that night?
Oh yeah, what's that band called?
It was a great band. It was Ethan
Urban's
band,
yeah.
and then another group too. And
the Real Gons.
yeah, the Real Gons. Great memory, Nitrous. Great memory.
Real Gons.
Yeah, and they just played some killer fucking rockabilly covers that night, and in kind of like a punk vein. And then we really enjoyed playing there too. It was so much fun, and we hope to get back out and play up and down the East Coast a little bit more. You know, had the opportunity to play in North Carolina and Winston-Salem, Nashville, Tennessee at Exit Inn, the famous club. But we got to play Delaware. We got to play Boston. We got to do make some more moves on the East Coast.
I know. I'd like to play, you know, Portsmouth, New Hampshire would be great. Where I grew up, either there, you know, Stone Church and Newmarket, but that's the big venue. That's hard to get into, but you know.
But Portsmouth, that's low hanging fruit. Portsmouth, we got to get up there, bro.
That's I don't know if it's low hanging fruit, man. It's hard. You got to
not
get
the arena,
focused,
not the arena.
Well, not the music hall, but like one of the little clubs. But you got to get in. You got to be able to bring UNH kids. Stone Pony.
Stone Pony. Asbury Park. Great idea.
I know, but that's like you got to bring crowd. Like.
Great. We'll open up for him. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm saying.
Let's do that.
Jersey City shit.
Well, let's do another song right now. What do you think about?
Yo, real quick, let them know where they can find y'all at. Tell them your YouTube channel. Tell them your Instagram.
Yeah. So our YouTube, just search Trash Executioner. You'll see us on there. We got a bunch of videos.
Yeah, we do have a lot of videos.
You know, Instagram, Jersey Trash with a Z. And then Facebook, Trash Executioner
on Facebook.
And that's really the best place to check in for, you know, shows and videos and things like that.
Don't.
Check out we shot with like 4 videos together, 3 or 4.
Yeah, at least. Yeah.
Check out all those videos, man. These guys created. They're not just lip syncing and airplaying in front of the camera. They're actually, you know, they can't hear me, so you talk about it.
Yeah, well, we're
Your videos aren't just you guys airplaying and lip syncing. Talk about that real quick.
Yeah, well, the videos are all written, you know, they have treatments, and we try to shy away from doing performance-oriented videos. Most of them have a narrative, like short film. You know, it's just kind of our MO for making.
And then we
videos.
have for performance videos.
Roger's
Live.
experience in video, you know what I mean? You guys like make some dope shit.
Yeah, although I guess American Wolf was kind of performance video, huh? I made that one.
Which
And,
video is that?
The American Wolf.
American Wolf. Yeah,
With the skateboarding, a 660, and us in the basement at the rehearsal.
There are 2
spot.
versions of that video.
Oh, there are, because there's the real one that got shot and it didn't get edited for like 10 months. So I got frustrated in the meantime and then made my own. So yeah, there are 2 versions of that
And
video.
then there's a video that was done by that blog.
Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Where can we find it? It's on that. Is it still on that blog,
It's on
Local
Vimeo.
Bozo, or is it? It's on Vimeo. Okay, it's on Vimeo. We can find it because I didn't find it on YouTube.
Yeah,
It's on
Trash.
Vimeo.
It's Executioner American
On
Wolf.
Vimeo.
We shot at Jason Studios. Probably my favorite.
Oh yeah, the hottest shit.
Hot shit.
Hottest shit,
Well,
yeah.
speaking of hottest shit,
That was, by the way.
Oh, that
tell
is the
them
performance-oriented one.
this.
yeah,
That was only one shot. That whole video.
That
it
whole
was
video is
continuous take.
one continuous
One
take,
bro. One take.
and we always kept switching
You gotta go
instruments.
check that out.
Yeah,
So that was kind of performance-oriented, but not real because we were switching.
Yo, that shit was insane, dude. That
Yeah.
was insane.
like I don't know how to play the drums. And I
And
was
we're all
behind the drum
running. Where
kit.
it's like perform for the camera, for the camera. All right, I'm clear,
Hey,
run,
yo,
switch.
Watch
Let's
the
go.
video and then ask us questions later. 'Cause you'll be wondering how the fuck we did it. You know what I'm
Yeah, and you're like cause and also because it's MOS, no sound, it's just silent because you're sync it with the track from the album. So you get to just be like, they don't hear us like, okay, run, oh, coming up on you, like you're playing, we're coming up, okay, good, all right, you're clear, go, run, switch, okay, good. Like we're just yelling all that shit because
That was
it's
the only video that we shot that you guys airplayed it. All the other
yeah.
videos we did all
Dialogue and stories, yeah.
skits and shit.
which I prefer doing. But you know what? It was a good kind of concept, just doing the continuity and then switching instruments.
Yeah,
A
and
lot of fun.
what's interesting was what he said. I know. Oh yeah, because I shot Devil's Interval. Yeah, something.
Did
like
it
that.
take that long?
Yeah, because we kept
Like 7 or 8 takes.
messed up.
You
Like,
got a
oh, I
good
wasn't
memory.
ready.
Like some of them,
Oh, I
we were
tripped
like,
up.
we kept trying to get it better.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of hot as shit, let's.
Some were
let's-
like okay, but we're like we can get it better. Yeah.
Let's do that one.
You want to do hot as shit?
Hot as
Let's
shit,
play it.
yeah.
Sure.
That-
do it.
while we're on this subject, from In Vain. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Woke up Liverpool, sweat, don't even want a cigarette. Ain't nobody moaning me, as long as you ain't getting laid. Kick me out of concert, go put out, I'll never learn. Hell is hot, heaven's gonna go rushes on a bone. Shirt is gonna disappear, then I'm gonna drink a beer. It's fucking hot as shit, just like the Emirates. It's fucking hot as shit, not just a little bitch. From home is locking up into the room, the air is struggling. I'm in the windows, my soul should have been a sevenfold. Shout across the narrow drop, say my eyes to see the light. Your little Kelly, she's gonna let me tonight. Showing off the neon piece, flesh is cooking on the tree. Yeah. Shut the window, close the door. We gonna have some more. It's fucking hot as shit. It's like the Emirates. It's fucking hot as shit. Now just a little bit. It's fucking hot as shit. I would not just quit. It's fucking hot as shit. Already over it. It's fucking hot as shit. The AC got me sick. It's fucking hot as shit. Will you just suck my dick?
Hot as shit, ladies and gentlemen, from In Vain on Spotify.
This is dedicated to my skateboard friends in Portland, Oregon, who posted 117 degrees on their thermometer and said, "I moved away from Arizona to get away from this shit. This is bullshit."
It's nasty, man. It's nasty.
Like the Emirates.
30 black summer here in Jersey City, and sounds like in Arizona too.
Well, that was Portland, Oregon. It was as hot as Arizona in Portland, Oregon. That's why he's pissed because he left Arizona and moved to Portland, Oregon to be in a better climate with like trees and woods and cool but not too cold. And it was 117 degrees. Record break.
So guys, man, I hope y'all enjoyed the show. Shout out to Trash X, my man Skater. You know what I mean?
Hey.
You know, always coming through. I appreciate you, man. Of course, Nitro coming through, rocking, man. Nitrous coming through, rocking, fucking with us, man. I mean, we've been doing. Make sure y'all follow us because we got some things coming up. Hopefully we'll be performing at the Ghost of Uncle Joe's. Doing some cool native tongue stuff for y'all. So pay attention to that. 2 years ago we did the Bad Boy joint, and it was crazy. I say that might have been one of the best performances at Uncle Joe's ever. You know what I'm saying? That Bad Boy shit.
It was a great time.
You know what? I gotta say one thing. Yeah, that Bad Boy was great. That honestly is probably the most number of fans I've ever played in. It was definitely very big crowd, just showing that the scene of Jersey City is alive and well, and there are places. And shout out to Ben. That was Ben's idea. Wow.
Yeah, we
That
were
was good.
brainstorming, and I remember you'd been kicking around some ideas, and I think initially we thought we would do like a Biggie Smalls or something, and then we just said, why not just do the Bad Boy family?
Of different people, but then Tony told me, nah, you can only do one band, and then you were like,
Well,
you
Bad
already had a
Boy.
Biggie Small song in mind. You were like, why don't we just do Bad Boy?
Yeah, Bad Boy, and
It ended up. Let me talk.
Turn into Bad Boy.
It ended up being not just Biggie, but we did Black Rob, Puff Daddy, The Locks, Little Kim. We had my wife. Shout out to Redhead Susan, who played Faith Evans. Basically,
sang great
she
at that
sang.
show.
She sang More Money, More Problems, and a couple of other all about the Benjamins with us and all that. Man, I mean, I think that was legendary, bro. I think people were asking for that again, yo.
I hope so. But I mean,
It
we
was.
did 4 performances.
It was,
Bad Boy
however.
for Life was incredible. Rest in peace, Black Rob.
Well, however, I posted. A lot of people know I'm a big, punker, big metalhead, and everything. So I even posted before, like, I posted, like, what was it? I don't know, More Money, More Problems or something, because I was feeling it one day, and I was like, if you guessed that I played this song in the front of like the biggest crowd I've ever played in front of, then you weren't guessing. You already knew that. Yeah, I would guess that.
Right.
But it's true. It's true. That was a great experience.
But you know what?
And
To
Dancing
Kosan's
Tony
credit and Dancing Tony's
for
credit.
putting on those Halloween shows every year. I always play the after shows. We did the White/Rob Zombie and I was in Beastie Boys also. Was my
Right. Well, I wish. Do you want to do it? Do you want to do it? All right, let's do it. Kosan pulled together a great band for that. We had Aaron on drums, which was awesome.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. He was great.
We had Nitrous on bass, myself on guitar.
Hold on. No, don't forget, because the one show, shout out to my man Vic Shades. He had to play the drums for the one show in LITM.
That's right.
I mean, so he stepped in and he did a wonderful job. It was like he didn't miss a beat. You know what I mean? He really did.
You got a good memory, because we did 3 or 4 performances of that set. It got a lot of mileage. It was worth the rehearsal.
We did 3. LITM and the FM.
And FM, yeah. It was each
FM
one
was
was
the
great.
best.
FM was the best.
Yeah. The best, because we already were like.
Oh, we were already super tight. That was the 3rd show, and the FM was packed, which is great. Not as many people as the giant cemetery, but like when you're in an intimate space like that, sometimes even that energy is like.
It's funny because all this shit,
120 people in a small room.
all this shit we done, people were coming up to us for that shit. Like, yo, Bad Boy. Yo, and I went. Me and my lady, we found the Biggie jerseys. They came late. We only was able to wear them for the 2nd show.
Right.
I still have mine.
Yeah, I still have mine too. And we was able to wear them for the 2nd show. They didn't come before the cemetery gig.
Yep. But we
That's
still
okay.
rocked them.
Shout out to Jay Sass, who came through and did Little Kim.
She sang great.
Shout out to Vic Shades, who's my partner, rhyming with me, doing Biggie and Diddy. And I mean, me and him was doing all Biggie and Diddy's parts together.
Yep. And I think Victor Ches was rehearsing with us. I don't know if he did the actual show.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ches. He came through and he did Chic Lutz on All About the Benjamins.
Yeah, that's right.
I played a lot of people. I did Jadakiss. I did Styles P. I did Black Rob. I did Diddy. I was doing a lot of different
Didn't
people.
you do Craig Mack too?
I did Craig Mack too.
Yeah.
Flavor of the year. Yeah, Flavor in your ear. That joint was hard.
Yeah, that was a great performance.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys want to do that, Bad Boy?
Oh, I don't even
Going nowhere. We can't be stopped.
Right?
Cause it's Bad Boys for Life.
We ain't going nowhere. nowhere. We can't be stopped now. Cause it's, hey yo, I'm the definition of half man, half drugs, ask the clubs, bad boy, that's what's up. After bucks, crush crews after us. No gays, we ain't laughing much. Nothing but big things. Check the hit list, how we twist shit, what change with the name. We still here, rocking with the best. Don't worry, we write rhymes, we write checks. Who's the boss? Dudes is lost. Don't think cause I'm iced out, I'ma cool off. Who else but me? And if you don't feel me, judge me, then trust me. Get right, dog, and he ain't never left. He just moved from silence to rap to the death. It's official, I survived what I've been through. Y'all got drama, the saga continues. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boys for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. Going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now, cause it's bad boy for life.
Yeah. Kosan. That sounded good, man. Anyways, we're Trash Executioner. We want to thank Break a Leg ENT for inviting us to participate in My Garage. You know,
Oh yeah, thank you, Kosan. I had
Out My Garage.
out my garage.
OMG, like,
Oh my God.
Oh, out my garage. Oh well, thank you, Kosan, for having us on this episode of Out My Garage.
Out My Garage. And, you know, I'm excited to see the next guest. Who do you think's going to be next on this? Can we spoil it?
Few people lined up. All right.
Kosher Dills? Word. Okay, you heard it here. Kosher Dills may be your next guest. We'll see. We'll see.
Break a Leg ENT. Thank you guys. Trash Executioner.
All right. Love you, it's Jersey City.
Love you.